We're back with our today's checklist, all about sleep. So the National Sleep Foundation estimates that 60% of adults in the U.S. are not getting enough sleep. We are probably among them. Here to help us reset our routines and get more rest, NBC News medical contributor Dr. Natalie Azar and Today health and nutrition expert Joy Bauer. Okay, ladies, we all know how important sleep is. Yes. Dr. Natalie, how much do we actually need to be getting, and what are some of those habits that we need to build into the routines to help us get good quality sleep?
Absolutely. Great question. So the sleep requirements change based on how old you are. So we're going to start with kids ages 6 to 13. They need about 9 to 11 hours. Younger ones need more than that. Y'all remember that. Teenagers need about 8 to 10 hours. For adults, for the rest of your life until you hit age 65, we need that, you know, when it says 8 hours of sleep, it's not a myth. We actually do need 7 to 9 hours. We get a little bit older, we need a little bit less. The same kinds of bedtime routines that we recommend for our children to really instill good sleep habits also apply to us as we get older. You need to have a routine. You need to stick to a routine. People often ask, what kind of temperature? Should there be any light so that it wakes me up in the morning? No, you want to have it dark, cool, around 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Naps are okay. Power naps, 20 to 30 minutes, ideally before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Being active is fine. We don't recommend vigorous exercise before bedtime, but a walk or some gentle yoga, fine before bedtime. And manage your worries. I know that sounds obvious, but if you're having a lot of stressful things that are causing anxiety, it's obviously going to keep you up and not allow you to fall asleep.
What about putting the phone down?
Oh my, well, I mean, like I always say, blue bad. That blue light is very, very bad. You can change the setting on your phones, devices, all of that stuff out.
Okay.
So, Joy, what we eat and drink during the day, I'm assuming, impacts us when it comes time to sleep. In what way?
Yeah, so there's a lot we can do proactively, and nutrition actually plays a powerful role. So first, you want to prioritize fiber-rich carbs and protein. And the reasons why are actually very specific. So when it comes to fiber-rich carbs, think vegetables, fruits, whole grains. They help to steady our blood sugars. And we know through research that steady blood sugars equates to a steadier sleep. And in fact, it's probably because if you eat sugary carbs right before bed, you get a blood sugar spike, and that releases stress hormones, which is going to get you tossing and turning and wake you up. Protein delivers an amino acid called tryptophan. And tryptophan is a key player in producing melatonin and serotonin, which helps to calm us and creates deeper sleep. And you could eat protein just throughout the day, and you're going to be covered. Now, there's a few things that sabotage. The first is to avoid big meals 1 to 2 hours before going to bed. This is a really big one because when you eat a large meal, we have a lot of noise, and it's kind of like trying to fall asleep in the middle of a rock concert. We are busy. So I would say try to eat dinner at least 3 hours before hitting the sack. For people that are caffeine sensitive, cut it off by noon because it can linger. So that's coffee, tea, soda, even chocolate. If you're craving ice cream before bed, go for vanilla ice cream versus chocolate ice cream, and certainly not coffee-flavored ice cream. And then alcohol makes you sleepy, so it helps you to fall asleep, but when it starts to wear off, you can wake up and you could have a restless sleep.
Dr. Nat, Joy just mentioned magnesium. So what about magnesium and melatonin?
Melatonin supplements.
As far as supplements.
So melatonin and magnesium are probably the two that if people are going to reach for over the counter may make the most sense and have some data to support it. Melatonin is a really, I think people misunderstand the purpose of melatonin. It is most beneficial for people who are having a disruption in what's called their circadian rhythm. Remember that melatonin release at night is key for allowing our bodies to fall asleep. So if you're traveling a lot, if you're a shift worker, that's where melatonin can make a big, big impact. The sleep experts recommend no more than 3 milligrams a night. Contrary to what's available over the counter, more is not necessarily better, and it's really not meant for long-term use. In terms of magnesium, I actually recommend magnesium for my patients a lot because they have muscle and joint symptoms. Magnesium glycinate is a nice one. It's easily absorbed. It's gentle on the stomach as opposed to like magnesium oxide or citrate, which actually can act as a laxative. But there's not a lot of data to support magnesium as a sleep aid, but it certainly can be tried. The #1 intervention for insomnia is cognitive behavioral therapy. Let me say that again. It's not medication. It's cognitive behavioral therapy.
Now what is that?
There is exercise, that's where you're working with a sleep therapist to actually mindfully go through exercises and learn how to manage concerns around sleep and insomnia. And it takes longer, but it's more effective, let's say, in the long run than sleeping pills, which definitely have a place, let's say, especially if cognitive behavioral therapy doesn't work, et cetera. But sleeping pills can have drug interactions, cause, daytime sedation, cause cognitive issues long term. So again, they have a role, but not in place of or before cognitive behavioral therapy.
And Joy, I know you said we shouldn't eat too close to bedtime, but are there foods that can help us get the magnesium and the melatonin?
Yes. So we talk about melatonin, and instantly what comes to mind is tart cherries or tart cherry juice. It would be worth a try. Or pistachios are loaded naturally with melatonin. Magnesium is your body's natural relaxer. It calms the nervous system. And the good news is it's found in so many healthy foods. Spinach, kale, all leafy greens, beans, pumpkin seeds. A handful of pumpkin seeds as a nighttime snack could be a really good thing. And interestingly enough, omega-3 fats, salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, those have also been linked to a more restorative sleep. And it doesn't have to be at night. Just getting these foods in throughout the day could really help you.
All right.
I feel like pistachios and pumpkin seeds will be like, I'm going to carry it up to bed every night, right? I love that.
Are the big theme here. It's a great snack.
Yeah,
it's great.
I actually can do that.
You two are the best. As always, sleep always a hot topic around here. And you can find Joy's meal ideas to help you sleep better at night on today.com.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.